to the public, saying he hopes that the commissioner will hit the ground running with a list of priorities, of course, that including the review and the replacement of the National Crime Prevention Strategy of 1996. He also indicated his encouragement by the fact that Commissioner Sithole has fresh ideas on combating crime and also possesses some strategic policy framework understanding of the police service. The newly appointed commissioner joins us this morning in our studio to talk to us about his vision. Commissioner, good morning and thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning. And thanks very much.
Thank you so much indeed. Firstly, congratulations are in order. Having to listen to Minister Mbalula yesterday, you have clearly impressed him during the interviews. What do you think gave you the edge?
Yeah, look, I think the one thing is capacity is the one that should speak, and the understanding of the situation in the country as far as policing is also concerned, and including the practical experience of the very same environment. I think I have traveled a little bit of a journey in policing. That could be one of the reasons why I might have impressed him. But remember, I cannot necessarily talk about myself. The job must speak.
It has to be done, yeah.
Thank you.
And I think what also worked for you really is the number of years you've been working at the South African Police Services. Your service there at SAP is as old as I am, 31 years. Wow. So it's a long time. So you've seen it all.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
I remember you very well during your days as the provincial commissioner in the Free State. That is when we started seeing the crime statistics in that particular province going down. But what is your point of departure? What are your priorities moving into this position?
Okay, it might just be important for me to start with a visionary indication. Yeah, to say if you do not start with a vision, and if you do not have a vision, you only know what you don't want, but you do not necessarily know what you want. And there's a further saying that says, where there's no vision, people perish. So for me to go a long way in the creation of a safe and secure environment in the country, I need to spell out the vision and make sure that the vision is shared by each and every member of the service, right up to grassroots level, so that each and everyone who's working must do so within the framework of the vision. I'll just go straight to the point and say, from 1995, we adopted the SABC vision, which is to create a safe and secure environment for all. But SABC, it's not an organ which is a standalone in the public sector or in government. It's part of the integrated system of government. Now, as a result, this vision must cut across the other visions of the public sector because we provide safety. Firstly, there is key priorities of government, and the one at the top of our priorities is the Grand Economic Strategy. If we secure the Grand Economic Strategy, then there will be economic stability in the country. Once there's economic growth in the country, I think we will have less efforts to put into crime because of the fact that the country will be stable. And if the better life for all is achieved, we will do maybe what I can call a low-profile policing. But without any waste of time, we adopted this vision from 1995. Yeah. And we have been creating a safe and secure environment since then. And the communities out there, they still have a bit of an outcry about crime. They don't feel.
Yeah, looking at the latest crime statistics as well.
That's right.
Yeah, but there's been mixed feelings over your appointment. Some people are for your appointment and some are sort of against your appointment. Yes. Do you feel pressurized by what you're hearing?
I actually feel great when there's a pressure. I came here through pressure. And secondly, I think I was anointed before appointment. And God doesn't want untested material.
So this is a calling for you?
It's a calling for me, yes.
But I think part of the concerns really, Commissioner, was your role during your tenure as the Divisional Commissioner of Protection and Security Services. That is when we saw the former African Union chairperson and the current ANC presidential hopeful, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, was granted the use of Presidential Protection Service without any grounds. Don't you think that's part of the concerns, maybe?
I responded again to this question yesterday, and I was very clear to say the best soccer player win the match in the field, in the sport field. You cannot go to the sport field, play the game, and decide to go and score goals outside the sport field because you've got no one to play with. I was confronted with this question at the portfolio committee. I was called to account, and that's where it belongs. I responded. I spelled out the RIMAS policy, because this protection was done exactly in terms of the RIMAS policy. And after that policy was spelled out in Parliament, it wasn't disputed. Only feelings were expressed against this particular protection. And I made a clear indication in the portfolio committee that should the portfolio committee feel this policy requires a review, then it must then be escalated back to Parliament. Parliament must review the policy. And after it has been reviewed, it can be brought back. We would still comply with it.
Okay.
At the time of the response of the question, it was in full compliance with the RIMAS.
All right.
Yes, and that's the relevant platform where this question is dealt with. And I would be prepared to go back again to the portfolio committee and respond to this question.
Oh, well, I've got thousands of questions for you, but due to time constraints, Commissioner, we'll have to leave it at that. I believe we'll extend an invitation again some other day. Thank you so much for coming through, and all the best.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's General Khehla Sithole, the newly appointed police commissioner, of course, talking to us about his vision for the South African police service, saying that they need to go back to the strategy that was implemented back in 1995 for a safe and secured South Africa. All right. Let's give the commissioner time to see what he has in store for us. We're taking an ad break here on Morning Live. There's still so much more to come. Stay tuned.